Hi everyone, Sneemaster here with a review of the Origin 890 Jump. This video took me a while to make since it's such a large ship, so I apologize for taking this long to release it. The Origin 890 ship is the top-of-the-line luxury space yacht designed by Origin for a large crew and many guests. The entire concept of the 890 Jump is luxury travel to the extreme. The ship has smooth lines and marble floors, open areas, and water themes everywhere. I'm no architect or ship designer, so I'll leave aesthetic descriptions to them. For this video, I'm going to talk about the rooms, features, and utility of the ship. The 890 Jump is one of the largest flyable ships currently in Star Citizen, at 210 meters long, 80 meters wide, and 45 meters high. It is designed for a crew of up to 8, plus more rooms for guests. There are about 5 main floors of the ship. There are 2 docking ports on both sides of the ship for entry from space stations and other ships. There are airlocks here with suit lockers. From here you can move from the center of the ship to the main lobby, or the rear of the ship to the main personnel elevator. This elevator leads out of the ship to the ground. It's a little shaky right now. The lobby area has 3 floors. The front of the top floor leads to the bridge. The bridge has 2 levels. The lower level has doors that open up. I'm not sure if these doors are for storage or something else like component access. Right now they're empty. The upper level has a holographic map for navigation, although it doesn't function yet. Then there are 3 seats here with large windows for excellent visibility. There is 1 pilot seat and 2 co-pilot seats. The co-pilot seats have engineering controls as well as control of the remote turrets. The left seat controls the remote missile turrets while the right seat controls the remote gun turrets. The pilot controls the ship and can fire the main missiles. Outside of the bridge on this top floor you have large upper windows for amazing views of space or sky. There are seats to sit and relax here and chess sets. A door in the back leads to a rear sitting room with a window facing the back of the ship, plus seats to talk with others. To the sides of this room you have access to the office and bedroom of the ship captain or owner. The office has a desk and chairs, plus a large window and some knickknacks on the walls. The bedroom has a large bed. There's a large viewing screen here in this room and small windows. A door here leads to a large bathroom with a toilet sink and separate shower. The next room from the bedroom has a meeting/dinner table and a small kitchen counter for preparing small meals. There is an aquarium here too. The middle floor of the lobby has a statue in the middle. There is a door here that leads to 2 large guest rooms on either side with their own bathrooms. They also have a desk and chair, an aquarium, and a bench with a table. Forward of that is an internal elevator and 4 guest bathrooms. From here a door leads to a bar. There is a bar counter that goes around in a circle in the center with bar stools around it. There are tables and chairs in this room for people to sit down at too. A door in the back leads to a room where drinks and orders can be picked up by the serving staff to be taken to the tables or the bar. It has an elevator that leads to the kitchen. There is a door in the front leading to a proper restaurant with restaurant tables and chairs. The frontmost section of this room has a meeting table with windows that have amazing views of the front and top of the ship. There are chairs around this table for people to sit at. If you go to the bottom floor of the lobby, there are 2 more large guest rooms in the rear corners of the room. These bedrooms have aquariums, large beds, a table and a couch, and a desk with chair. There is a large bathroom here too with separate toilet, sink and shower. These rooms are slightly larger than the other guest rooms. After this is a central sitting area with 2 seats and a bench. Pushing forward from here you have side corridors that lead to the large escape pods on each side of the ship. These escape pods have 8 seats each. There's a ladder on the right corridor leading to the lower cargo bay and engineering sections. There's an elevator on each end that leads down to the cargo bay and engineering. Forward from here is a guest section with a hot tub to the left. This hot tub room has a waterfall in it. The hot tub has a bench all around it for people to sit on, and there's also a little bench on the side where people can put their stuff. In the middle are 2 elevators for passengers to reach the bar floor, this floor, and the hangar floor. There are also changing closets here. In the front is a large pool with lounge chairs on each side. Right now the water doesn't work yet, but I expect it to function in the future. Finally, on the right side of this floor are 2 saunas and showers. The 2 saunas are separated, and they have separate little heating rocks and little towels. The shower doors are clear and do not have any privacy to them. Going below these main guest areas is a hangar level. Here you have component access points. These component access points also include a large gun rack for the crew. In this section you also have the battle bridge, which is a secondary location to fly the ship in case of attack. This position uses remote viewing as there are no windows, but it is more secure from invaders. There are also crew escape pods. These are individual escape pods and not as comfortable. Next to this area is the large kitchen for making food for everyone in the ship. It has huge counters, sinks, spice racks, and stoves. There's a pantry and freezer in this section, as well as that elevator that leads up. Connected to the kitchen is a food serving area and crew quarters. There are couches, a small TV, a kitchen table with chairs, plus individual crew rooms. These rooms are smaller and less luxurious than the guest rooms, but not bad compared to other ships. There are bathrooms here for the crew as well. The bathrooms are for individual use with separate sink, toilet, and shower. Not as fancy as the bathrooms upstairs again, but decent. There is also EVA access for the crew here with suit lockers, and then a game room with a bench, arcade machine, and pool table. Forward from here is the actual hangar. The hangar is large and lifts up with an elevator. The roof opens up for ships to enter or leave. You can fit ships as large as the Hurricane or Sabre or anything smaller. The 890 Jump comes with the Origin 85X snub ship as a runabout for small visits to planets and moons. There's also a basketball net here. Although I don't know if you can really play basketball yet. On the sides of the hangar are access points to the two manned turrets, one that leads to the top of the ship and one that reaches below the ship. Connected to the hangar is a waiting lounge with a sofa for guests to relax on while waiting for their shuttle. From here you can also reach the med bay, which has a tier 2 medical bed and sink. Down some stairs there is a large cargo level with the cargo bay here for 388 SCU, which is pretty decent. There's also gear stowage of 460,000 K micro SCU, which is a huge amount of gear. There's also a cargo elevator here where you can load vehicles on too. All current ground vehicles fit in the cargo elevator for the 890 Jump, including the Nova tank and vehicles like the Ballista or Spartan. Anything smaller fits too. You can also fit snubcraft like the Fury, the Merlin, the Pisces, the MPUV, and others in the cargo elevator. Even the Origin M50, the Aurora, and Origin 100 series can fit here. Next to the cargo bay are the engineering sections for access for more access points and engines. An elevator here leads back up to the crew deck or escape rafts. The Origin 890 Jump has 2 Capital-class industrial shield generators. These are very tough shields and it takes heavy torpedoes to take those down. Plus the ship has a ton of hull and armor protection. There are 2 ship radars and 3 survey radars. There are 2 capital-size coolers and 2 capital-size power plants, so you won't run out of power anytime soon. The ship has a hydrogen fuel tank with 15 million liters of fuel, as well as a capital-size quantum drive, and a quantum fuel tank holding 25,000 liters of fuel. That is a lot of fuel in both cases. This ship can travel very far before running out of fuel, but beware, refueling the ship will cost a lot of money. The 890 Jump has a combat speed of 80 meters a second and a max speed of 900 meters a second. Not the fastest ship, but decent for a ship that large. There are no VTOL engines, just thrusters around the ship, so the 890 Jump can sometimes struggle taking off from planets with decent gravity. The 890 Jump can only spawn from the largest hangars on cities, and around space stations it can't even land at all. It'll only dock at docking ports. The 890 Jump has a decent amount of weapons for defense. It has 2 size 5 missile hardpoints with quad size 3 missile launchers each, controllable by the pilot, that fire from the side of the nose of the ship. There are 2 remote turrets with dual size 3 laser repeaters, controllable from the bridge by a co-pilot. There are 4 remote missile launchers with 8 size 2 missiles each, for a total of 32 size 2 missiles on those remote turrets, also controllable by a co-pilot. Then there are 2 manned turrets with dual size 4 laser cannons that I mentioned earlier, each, one on top of the ship and one below. The 890 Jump sells for $950 in store credit or $850 war bond, but only for limited time and in limited quantities. It's a popular ship, so it sells out fast each time. You have to play that F5 game to catch it in time. You can buy the 890 Jump for 32.3 million UEC in-game at Area 18 and at Lorville. You cannot rent the 890 Jump yet. The 890 Jump right now only has one paint, a black and white paint, which looks rather elegant on it, but I think it needs more paints. I don't know why CIG hasn't made more paints, but maybe it'll happen when CIG finishes updating the ship, giving it a gold pass or something. The Origin 890 Jump is designed around luxurious travel, but it's also used for business meetings and as a party yacht. It's great for tourism and as a transport. The large cargo storage means the 890 Jump can be used for freight missions. The ground vehicle storage allows the 890 Jump to be used for ground-based tourism, exploration, racing, transport, and combat missions. You could use it as a fancy vehicle and passenger ferry. The long-range fuel tanks and many radars means you could use the ship for exploration or scouting, especially if you have smaller ships in the hangar and exploration vehicles in the ground storage. The large upper hangar means you can use the ship for shuttles or as a mini carrier. Quite a few snub fighters can fit in the upper hangar and the cargo elevator too. Military-based orgs could use it to swarm enemies with snub fighters, and pirates could do that too. The number of guns and missiles on the ship plus shields means you can use the ship as a slow gunship to bombard ground locations or space stations. The guns and missiles are a little small for attacking other ships though, but in defense it works well. You won't escape enemy ships with slow engines and sluggish turning though, so make sure you have ship escorts in dangerous space. The large size of the ship limits the places you can land at, and you will only be able to fly through the largest jump points, once those are active. The cost of refueling, not even including the large crew, makes owning the ship very expensive too. But despite all that, the 890 Jump is a great ship to simply cruise around with, whether it's in space or on a planet. The large windows make it so nice to look outside while sitting in a comfy chair or in a guest room bed. This really is a ship to share with your fellow pilots though, with all the controls. It's much more fun with friends, and you'll need them to help you control it. It's even more fun if you find unconventional ways to use the 890 Jump. For example, docking or boarding with pirates or doing other things like that. I'm sad I only rented the ship briefly during IAE because it is so fun to fly around. I might have to buy it in-game soon, someday, and maybe you will too. Alright, so that's it for the Origin 890 Jump review. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. You can use my referral code if you decide to jump into Star Citizen, and you'll get 5,000 extra in-game credits. Here's a big thank you to my current patrons. Please check out my Patreon membership to help me make more videos. All patrons and members will have their names listed at the end of my videos and get access to my Discord channel. Patrons and members also have first pick on the next item I'll cover, so feel free to sign up and let me know what you'd like to see next. Okay, catch you all next time.